All right, good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for signing on today to join the MSYSA social media webinar, where our marketing and communications coordinator, Bree, is going to educate all of us a lot more about social media, the ways that it works, and how to leverage it to further all of our missions of growing the game and using that game to transform lives. Before I turn it over to Bree, my name is Greg Smith, and I work here in the office, and we just truly want to pass along how sincerely we appreciate all of you and the work that you do every single day to grow the game and to use that game to improve the lives of so many children and coaches and parents and administrators all across our jurisdiction. It's a true honor to be able to work in this industry. And again, it's all of you who are doing the hard work every single day to use this game and to grow the game and to make a very positive difference in our world. So thank you very much for that. This webinar is being recorded. I'm going to repeat that one more time. This webinar is being recorded. Following today's webinar, it will be made available on our website for on-demand use. But one last time, just for all of your information, today's webinar is being recorded. So I'm going to turn it over now to Bree, and Bree, it's all yours.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bree. I am the MSYSA Marketing and Communications Coordinator. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm super happy that you guys all took the time out of your days to be a part of this and to listen in. At the end, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. But for now, we're going to roll through the PowerPoint, and at the end, just collect them all, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is just a little bit about MSYSA. As you guys know, we're a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to grow the game of soccer by educating, promoting, supporting, and providing. Our vision is to provide an opportunity for everyone to participate in the game of soccer, and that's why we do what we do to transform lives. So part of our four key pillars is to educate, promote, support, and provide. So through that education, this is an educational webinar just on social media and what ways that we can use it to better promote all of our clubs and MSYSA and all the great things that we do. So I have to click the slide, which is different. So for the agenda today, the importance of engagement is what we're going to go over first. Then we're going to go over various platforms and how they work, ways to engage through social, KPIs, which are key performance indicators, and how we can work together. These are the four main platforms that we are going to really discuss today, and further along we can go more in depth like later in life, but for now we're going to go over Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So for Twitter, the best way to use Twitter and the best things to be posted on it are really news related items, conversational pieces, short captions, use of images, GIFs, or videos, and create polls. So Twitter is a great way to communicate with one another and communicate with people and talk to people and have conversation pieces. You really want to keep it short though. You don't really want really run on long captions, because there's only, I believe, 150 characters that you can use. So there's not much that can be said there, but it's really just to post an article, link things, stuff like that you can't do on Instagram. So that's a great way to use it. And, a really interesting fact is tweets with GIFs are 55% more engaged with more than something without a GIF, or like some piece of video, photo. So it's really important that when you are posting on Twitter to also add a photo or a GIF or just something with it, so it's not just boring, just words. So that's a really cool thing to know. For Instagram, quality visuals, high crisp photos, a lot like what you see on MSYSA's page. We do have a photographer come out to events that just create those really quality photos that we can capture that moment of time and really play it out and show the excitement on kids' faces and what's going on at that moment. Reels, which is, I guess, Instagram's version of TikTok. So it's really cool. It's really fun. But the same thing for a TikTok, I would recommend for a reel. So we'll go into that later on in the next part. Paid ads to expand reach. So Instagram does a really great job of showing you your target audience so that you don't have to. So maybe you don't know who your target audience is, but Instagram kind of shows you who you're reaching, what type of people you're engaging with, and what type are engaging back with you the most. So it's a really good area to put in money for paid advertisements just to expand, follower growth, engagement growth, things like that. Contests, question and answers, and information are a really good spot on Instagram stories. So the story feature does allow you to link things. So maybe you can't link something in your caption for your photo, but you can add that photo to your story and link it there. So that's a really good place. So you add that in the caption, link in story, link in bio, stuff like that. And Instagram does a really great feature where you can ask a question and have people answer those questions on the story, which is a lot of fun to get people engaged with you and, start a conversation there as well, which is really fun. Hype videos, so that goes under Reels, nice quality footage. US Youth Soccer does a really good job of doing those hype videos after their events at Eastern Region and President's Cup and State Cup, all those things. They do those, 30-second videos that are powerful and a lot of energy. So that's a great place to post them. And then IG stories, of course, you can just do a regular post in a story. It expands your engagement and your reach, which is really exciting because people can see your story. If they're not following you, it'll come up for them. So it's a really good way to just expand that. For TikTok. So TikTok videos, this would be the same for Reels. What you want to do for a Reel is what you want to do for a TikTok post. So they're short, high energy videos, and they can be as short as 7 seconds or as long as 30 seconds. But the shorter they are on TikTok, the better they're going to be received. These are all vertical videos. So horizontal videos don't do as well on TikTok because when people are scrolling through the app, they're scrolling through like this, not like this. So it's a lot harder for them to, enjoy the content, and people want easy access. They don't want to have to flip their phone and go back and forth. So vertical videos are key. Captions are also key. So you're kind of using that caption to tell what's going on in that video. So people might see the video and be like, what is that? So you can explain that in the caption, which is really nice. I would also recommend using a lot of hashtags in TikTok because, you'll see a video and you won't really remember what it is. So you'll be like, I really like that soccer video where the girl was juggling and it was with this person in it. So you can kind of add those in your hashtags like soccer, juggling, girl soccer player, and add like that person that was in it as well as a hashtag. And it will, when people look for it in a search bar, it'll actually come up, which is really exciting and a cool feature that has. Trending music, and TikTok does a really great job of having like a music library almost. And they have a whole section where it is just trending music on TikTok. And if it has that little TikTok logo next to it, that means that it's like really being used at that moment right now, right then. So it's really good to use those songs attached to it. You do have to watch out and be careful that some can be a little inappropriate, but we just try to manage around those and really just, put out positive content always. And then of course, the short, high energy videos, they capture viewers' attention very quickly. It takes a person all of like 0.3 seconds to realize if they want to watch that video or not. So there was this whole article about it, how people will see a video, and if it's not energetic and exciting for the very moment that they see it, they'll just keep scrolling because they always know that TikTok is an ever flourishing just content. So it's got to be really, really energetic and exciting. So for Facebook, Facebook is a lot of an older audience, which is really nice. A lot of parents are more so on Facebook than kids are at this time. So it's communicate with your followers like Instagram, but it's an older audience. So you do have to be aware of the difference between Facebook and Instagram. You can provide a lot of answers with instant replies and messaging on Facebook. So for clubs, if you maybe not check your messages as often, you can create an automatic reply where, hey, we can't reach you right now, but if you want a faster response, reach us at this email address. So that's a really good feature about Facebook, because it's kind of like a website for your club without making like a full website. So that's really exciting and a great use of the Facebook platform. The content is a lot similar to IG. The difference between IG and Facebook is in Facebook, you can kind of add a longer caption and make it more detailed, because older audiences tend to like more information, while Instagram, the captions are kind of short. I would say like a young hip vibe is like the best way to put it. You know, our captions for Instagram compared to Facebook are different, because Instagram, I'll do, you know, a really short, you know, beast mode. That could be a caption for Instagram. While Facebook is, hey, this club just did this, and this, and now they're on to the championship match. Like, wish them the best of luck going forward. And, you know, you can add more content than what people look for on Instagram. And the analytics actually inform you of the best post times, which is also a really, really good thing that they have. So when you do schedule out posts beforehand, it does give you a preferred time, which is a lot. It's just really good to take advantage of, because you don't want to post something at 10 o'clock in the morning when most of your followers are on at 5 o'clock at night. So the next portion is ways to engage through social media. So again, we're going to go over Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So for Twitter, the best thing to do to engage through this platform is to tag people. It's really easy. You can tag up to, I believe, 7 people in a post. So it's not a ton, it's not unlimited, but you can just tag people. Retweet and quote tweeting. So the difference between a retweet and a quote tweet, a retweet is just essentially posting the same thing that they posted onto your page, while a quote tweet is when you add a little caption to it as well, and then it's their post below it. Replying is really good to start those conversations that we wanted to start in the past slide. Favoriting things. If you favorite it, it doesn't show up on your initial profile. It shows up in your favorites tag. So people do see what you favorite on Twitter. Just be aware if you do like things. Enter a poll or create a poll. So if you see a poll, you know, click an answer. You know, if you like, you know, one thing over another, Adidas over Nike, you know, you can enter that poll and say what you like more. These are just ways to create conversations and to have people engage with you and your pieces. Also, sending content to other people is a great way to increase engagement through the platform. For Instagram, tagging again, we're going to get back to inviting a collaborator, because that's actually a really unique feature that just started recently. That's a really great thing to use. Comments and liking photos, of course, we know that that's a great way to engage with content. Adding posts to your stories. So there's just that little like sending button on the bottom of your post, of a post that you can see, and that will send it to your story if you'd like to. But that's a great way to show other people of the clubs that you're, if you have different club platforms. So like you have a 13U boys and a 12U boys. If you're sending the 13U boys on your Instagram story, that also expands the growth of that post, because more people are seeing that are following the 12U boys compared to the 13U boys. Saving everything. So, you know, people like to save things. I'm big on TikTok or Instagram recipes. So if I see a photo or like a, you know, something that's going on, I'll save it, and that'll increase their engagement. This could be something that you see a post that you're like, oh, wait, I like that. I like what they did there. I want to do that too. You can save that. That increases engagement for that post. And then sending the post, of course. So if you see a post that you like and you send it to a friend, that's engagement rate. So that's nice too. So invited a collaborator. This is a really cool feature where you can, when you're posting, before you actually do the post, you can, instead of tagging that person, you can invite the collaborator. So that post will also go on your profile, but it will also go on the other person's profile. So this is a great tool if you have like additional posts that you're like, hey, I think that like for us, if we're posting a photo of a championship photo, Baltimore Celtic just won. So I invited Baltimore Celtic to also collaborate with us and post that photo on their timeline as well, which they did. And you know, we got, you know, a lot more likes and engagement with it, because it was not only showing to our followers, but also their followers too. So it's a really, really cool, unique feature. Next is TikTok. So the same thing goes for there, commenting, viewing the full video and not just partial video. So TikTok actually does metrics where if people are only following 3 seconds of the 7-second video, that's actually worse for your photo. For your, I think somebody is, if you guys can all just mute. So if you view only 3 seconds of a video versus 7 seconds, it makes your analytics on that video go down because people aren't engaged with your content for the full 7 seconds. So it's really good if you are viewing videos to view the full video. Otherwise, it does make it look worse. Liking it, sharing it, duetting it. So a duet is if you have a video of somebody dancing and then you dance with them, it's a duet because the videos go side by side next to them. So that's another great way for engagement to happen on a post. And then stitching, which is also like multiple photos or multiple videos added together. And it's kind of the same as a duet, but you're kind of adding on to a video that's already been made. So that video will play first, and then you will add your content back for after it. So these are a lot of people that do a video on somebody juggling, and then as a coach coming back and saying, hey, a great way for this person to make this better is to do this, and this instead of that. So it's a great way to, add on to additional video that's already been made. Finally, Facebook. So again, tagging content, tagging people in the content you're using, sharing content, liking content, commenting on content, saving a post and sending a post. So the same thing on Facebook, nothing really different from anything else. So KPIs. So this is really, really important when you are, starting out a social media and you want to have these key performance indicators, which are basically goals that you want to meet. So the correct form of it is determining performance over time, see if goals are being met, and analyze whether changes need to be made. So, this shows you if what you're doing is working or if it's not working. So you want to set these SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. These are all really good goals to meet and make sure that they're working. So example of social media KPIs are impressions, follower count, growth rate, average engagement rate, click-through rate. And there's a bunch more, but these are the ones that we kind of really, really focus on. Impressions are, I'll go through all of these. So impressions is how many times a post was viewed. So this could be if somebody went through and scrolled and they saw it, that's an impression. If they went back up, that's another impression. So it's the total amount of times that a video was shown, was seen, a post was seen. So follower count is next. So this is how many followers you've got within a year, within a month. So we do a monthly follower count to see how many we're gaining every month. Growth rate, which is the amount of followers you've gotten from a certain time from another time, and then doing a metric and figuring out what your growth rate is. So last year we did our growth rate from when I started to now, which has been a year. So that's really good to take, and you just need to make sure you're collecting that data throughout the entire 12-month period, or however long you're looking to see what your growth rate is. You can do a monthly growth rate if you really wanted to. An average engagement rate is how many times somebody is liking, commenting, or sending all those things we just talked about to a post. So an average engagement rate that's really, really good for Twitter is, anywhere around a 2% engagement rate. And anything above is, because the 2% is average and it's like a good average, but anything above is even better. So it's really good to keep that. And that is also given to you through Twitter analytics. And then click-through rate. Click-through rate is when you post a post and you add a link, how many people are clicking that link? Or if you send an email, how many people are clicking the link in the email or opening up the email, at least opening it? That's anything that you do that clicks. If they click to view the picture, is a click-through rate. So that means that people are engaging with it and are enjoying what you're seeing and want to learn more. So they want to do that click. And then analytics can be found on Twitter analytics, Facebook and IG Business Suite, and TikTok Creator Tools and Analytics. So Twitter analytics, if you go to your Twitter page, it's right on the left-hand side. You just click for Twitter analytics and it's there and you'll see everything that you can. You can actually go back from when you started your page. So, which is a really cool feature that you can go all the way back. Facebook and IG Business Suite, they just updated that a lot, and the features that they have is really, really cool to see your demographics, to see best times to post. They have a really great system on Facebook Business Suite. And then TikTok Creator Tools, you do have to make your account a creator account in order to see these tools, but that's totally free to do, and you can do it with any amount of followers. So super nice free feature as well. And these are all free platforms. If you want, you can go into more depth and pay for something like Hootsuite, or I'm trying to think of another one, but I have used Hootsuite in the past and that works really well. So how we can work together, going forward, all of our clubs, like, we love what you guys post and we want to also be able to engage. And I try to do my best to engage with everything that I see posted on the timelines. But tagging MSYSA in all photos on the platforms is probably the best way for me to see this content. So I go out of my way to make sure that I'm commenting, liking, sharing posts. And this is going to help you guys, grow your following, make sure people that aren't following you guys are following you guys and seeing that content that you're posting. You can also send us content from events that you want to highlight. I can add my email into the chat after this, but it is communications@msysa.org. And you're more than welcome to, reach out, send me posts that you want us to do, or photos that happened. Championship photos are great. A great goal video. We love video content. That is like the best thing to send. Top soccer posts, community activation, player recruitment posts. If people are getting recruited, we love to share that on our stories as well, just to see that kids are going to the next level to play. Alumni accomplishments. So maybe kids that are in, playing in college and maybe they did something. We had a kid go into MLS, and we posted all about him as well. So that was like a great accomplishment that we wanted to highlight, that he went through MSYSA and now he's playing professional. Coaches highlights, if a coach, if you feel like your coach is doing a really great job, this is where you can ask to be a part of a coach's corner, which we have a couple of videos on our YouTube page and our Instagram page. So the coach's corner is a great way for people that aren't following you guys to see your coaches, how they coach, learn from their coaches. And it's just a way to get your club out there and just to, really showcase how incredible your coaches are and what they're doing to make their kids better. Create a platform on Twitter, Facebook, IG, and TikTok to have better reach and be tagged in content on all platforms. I can't stress this enough, where I will go on Instagram to post something and then I also want to add that to Twitter, and clubs don't have both accounts. It's really important for you guys to have every single account so that when we are posting you're getting that recognition and you're getting noticed on that site. So it's not kind of just going into deaf ears like, hey, this so-and-so did this, but I can't tag you and I can't relate that back to you guys. So definitely important to set up an account on every single platform. And then connect with us to collaborate on IG. We would love to collaborate with you guys. I think it's a really great way that we can, really show what we are doing and make it on our platforms and on your platforms, and your followers see it, and so will our followers see it. So if we have 3,500 followers and you guys have 3,500 followers, that's 7,000 followers showing it instead of just 3,500. Sorry, I had to do mental math really quick. That was a little hard for me. But anyway, so it's a great way to, just connect with us, engage with us, and let's work together to, make our platforms more successful. And yeah, so you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and these are all of our platform handles. So if you don't have them, please do follow. But thank you so much. So if anybody does have a question, please feel free to ask or raise your hand.
Sure, there's someone, because I got to tell you, Bree is fantastic. We're so fortunate to have her. And as she was going through, my head was spinning. I recognized like 1 out of every 5 words. So don't be bashful. This is a really great opportunity to learn a little bit more, and specifically to hone in on the ways that we can work together to, again, maximize the impact of all of our efforts, which is only tightening and strengthening this community of soccer here in our jurisdiction. Well, we will pause for another minute, but like we said at the beginning, this was recorded. It will be posted online on our website and wherever else Bree finds to place it, so that anyone can watch it later on. There was a lot of information, and so maybe you'll want to go back and listen to it again and pause it and really kind of let it soak in a little bit. But the plan for MSYSA is to continue to lean on Bree and her expertise to roughly every 6 weeks or so offer another 30-minute or so webinar on some specific aspect of social media, all designed to help our member clubs and leagues. It's possible that Bree has learned something or knows something that can be of benefit to someone else, and that's why we want to share. And again, we do hope that in future webinars, if you have questions or things to share back with us and everyone else on the call, that you'll be willing enough to do so, because that's what it means to be a community and a family. But we'll pause one more time to see if there are any questions or any feedback for Bree before we wrap it up.
Bree, Bree and Greg, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, my name is Tudor. I'm with Washington Capital United, Director of Soccer Operations. Thank you so much for the invitation and having us here today. Great presentation. I have a quick question. At the club, we're a smaller club in Washington, D.C. Obviously, we don't have a team member that does, as you do, Bree, marketing and communication. And our administrative assistant, Patricia, is doing a wonderful job. And I was wondering, Greg, if we could impose perhaps a 50 minutes of Bree's time at one point in the future, just to connect with Patricia and just go over a couple of things, if that's something that you would consider, Bree.
Yeah, of course. I'm here to help all of you guys. That's what I'm here to do. So you have my, I don't think I added it yet, but I will add that email. And I'm also on the website under Connect with Us. And you guys feel free to email me, ask questions. I would love to set up a meeting with anybody who needs help. And, that's what I'm here for, just to make everything run smooth socially.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much again for the presentation. I appreciate your time.
No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, Johannes. Sorry, let me unmute you.
Good?
Yes. Hi.
Yeah. Hey, how are you? So my name is Johannes Mesgeba. I'm originally from Ethiopia in Africa, but I'm here in the US visiting. I don't live here, but I'm here for some time and helping my friend Elias, who coaches at the Kids Goal Soccer Academy based in Maryland. So
Awesome.
My background was, I used to play soccer myself for a team back home. And
Great.
I also worked a lot on youth and sport development, leadership development programs, specifically using soccer as a vehicle to help kids develop their leadership abilities. That's what I'm trying to do while I'm here in the US, basically helping the migrants, especially the African kids. So my question is, well, first of all, I would like to join, I think, the previous speaker in thanking you for the great job that you've done in terms of the presentation about how to use the social medias, and happy to learn more about that in the future. But one thing that I wanted to ask is, as we are trying to help the kids to not only integrate in the community, but also develop their soccer skills. I think I would love to learn more about. My question not necessarily has to do a lot with this specific presentation, but I think I wanted to learn more about how you do what you're doing, because we have a plan for next year to organize all these Ethiopian and African kids for soccer tournaments in the US. So I was wondering how we could partner, if there's anything that that we could learn from you guys, and if you guys would also be interested in what we're planning to do, so that we can see some sort of a partnership. I just wanted to ask that question, if that's okay.
Yeah, Johannes, thanks so much. And thank you for being on and for the work you're doing in the landscape. We would love to talk with you, but let's have that conversation kind of offline, as this is specific to social media. But please don't hesitate to reach out to us here at the office, and let's set up a time to talk about how we can collaborate on that initiative. Sound good?
I'll do that. Thanks a lot.
Perfect.
Yeah, great. And if anybody has any recommendations on what they would like to see in the future, as far as what platform we can dive in deeper with, feel free to share that now, or send me an email or DM me on the Instagram account. But that's also great information. I want to know what you guys want to learn more about and help you that way as well.
All right, well, again, thank you so much to everyone who took the time to be on with us today. Thank you to Bree for the fantastic presentation and for sharing some of her knowledge and insights into this social media space that is quite challenging for myself and probably some others out there. But we really do appreciate everyone being here and all that you're doing. And stay tuned for the next webinar, which will be in about 6 weeks or so. So thank you so much.